Plant medicines and alchemy, the processes. Greetings, young adventurers. I am Zoran the Dragon, your wise and whimsical guide through the mystical realms of spiritual science. Today, we embark on a journey to explore the powerful combination of plant medicines and alchemical processes in supporting spiritual growth. Accompanying us on this enlightening adventure is the brilliant Dr. Robert J. Gilbert, whose wisdom will help us understand the transformative potential of these ancient practices. Zoran the Dragon's quote, "Plant medicines are the keys to unlock the doors of perception, and alchemy is the art of transformation." Together, they pave the path to profound spiritual growth and self-realization. Zoran the Dragon. Zoran's encounter with plant medicines. Zoran, greetings, Dr. Gilbert. Today, our young readers are eager to learn about plant medicines and alchemical processes. Can you share your insights on how these practices have been used throughout history and their significance in spiritual growth? Dr. Gilbert. Absolutely, Zoran. Plant medicines and alchemical processes have been integral to spiritual traditions across the world for thousands of years. They offer a powerful means of accessing higher states of consciousness, healing the body and mind, and facilitating profound spiritual transformation. Let us delve into the fascinating journey of Zoran as he encounters these ancient practices and learns their transformative potential. Alchemical processes and spiritual growth. Zoran. That sounds fascinating. Can you explain what alchemy is and how it relates to spiritual growth? Dr. Gilbert. Alchemy is the ancient art of transformation, both on a physical and spiritual level. It involves the purification, transmutation, and perfection of substances to achieve higher states of being. In a spiritual context, alchemy is the process of transforming the base aspects of our nature into higher, more refined states of consciousness. This process mirrors the stages of physical alchemy, such as calcination, dissolution, separation, conjunction, fermentation, distillation, and coagulation. Calcination. Zoran. What is calcination, and how does it relate to spiritual growth? Dr. Gilbert. Calcination is the process of breaking down the ego and false identities through intense introspection and self-examination. In spiritual growth, this stage involves confronting and burning away our limiting beliefs, attachments, and fears to reveal our true essence. Dissolution. Zoran. How does dissolution contribute to spiritual transformation? Dr. Gilbert. Dissolution is the process of dissolving the remnants of the ego in the waters of the unconscious mind. This stage involves letting go of control and surrendering to the flow of inner guidance, allowing us to connect with deeper aspects of our psyche and spirit. Separation. Zoran. What role does separation play in alchemical transformation? Dr. Gilbert. Separation is the process of distinguishing and purify the different components of our being. In spiritual growth, this stage involves discerning and integrating the various aspects of our personality, emotions, and thoughts to achieve clarity and balance. Conjunction. Zoran. How does conjunction relate to spiritual integration? Dr. Gilbert. Conjunction is the union of purified elements to create a harmonious whole. In spiritual growth, this stage involves integrating the higher aspects of our being with our physical existence, achieving a state of inner unity and alignment with the divine. Fermentation. Zoran. What is the significance of fermentation in alchemical processes? Dr. Gilbert. Fermentation is the process of adding new life and vitality to the transformed substance. In spiritual growth, this stage involves the infusion of divine inspiration and higher consciousness, leading to a deeper connection with our true self and the divine. Distillation. Zoran. How does distillation refine our spiritual essence? Dr. Gilbert. Distillation is the purification of the transformed substance through repeated cycles of refinement. In spiritual growth, this stage involves ongoing self-reflection and spiritual practice to continuously elevate our consciousness and maintain our connection with the divine. Coagulation. Zoran. What is the final stage of coagulation in alchemical transformation? Dr. Gilbert. Coagulation is the crystallization of the purified substance into its perfected form. In spiritual growth, this stage represents the realization of our highest potential and the embodiment of our divine nature in everyday life. Understanding plant medicine practices. Zoran, how do plant medicines complement the alchemical process and support spiritual growth? Dr. Gilbert, plant medicines, such as ayahuasca, peyote, and psilocybin mushrooms, have been used for millennia in various spiritual traditions to facilitate healing, self-discovery, and spiritual growth. These sacred plants contain compounds that can induce altered states of consciousness, allowing individuals to access deeper levels of awareness and insight. Ayahuasca. Zoran, what is ayahuasca, and how is it used in spiritual practices? Dr. Gilbert, ayahuasca is a powerful plant medicine derived from the Banisteriopsis copy vine and Psychotria viridis leaves. It is traditionally used in Amazonian shamanic ceremonies to facilitate healing, spiritual insight, and connection with higher realms. Ayahuasca induces vivid visions and deep emotional experiences, helping individuals confront and release unresolved traumas and connect with their true selves. Peyote. Zoran, how does peyote support spiritual growth? Dr. Gilbert, peyote is a small cactus containing the psychoactive compound mescaline. It has been used for thousands of years in Native American rituals to induce visionary states and facilitate spiritual growth. Peyote ceremonies often involve prayer, chanting, and meditation, helping participants connect with the divine, gain spiritual insights, and experience profound healing. Psilocybin mushrooms. Zoran, what are psilocybin mushrooms, and how do they contribute to spiritual development? Dr. Gilbert, psilocybin mushrooms contain the psychoactive compound psilocybin, which induces altered states of consciousness and deep introspective experiences. These mushrooms have been used in various indigenous cultures for spiritual ceremonies and healing practices. Psilocybin can help individuals explore their inner landscape, gain insights into their life's purpose, and experience a sense of unity with the cosmos. Ancient and modern practices. Zoran, how do ancient and modern practices of plant medicines and alchemy differ, and what can we learn from them? Dr. Gilbert, ancient practices of plant medicines and alchemy were deeply rooted in spiritual traditions and often guided by experienced shamans and alchemists. These practitioners understood the sacred nature of these substances and used them with great respect and intention. Modern practices have seen a resurgence in the use of plant medicines for healing and spiritual growth, with increasing scientific research validating their benefits. However, it is essential to approach these practices with the same reverence and mindfulness as our ancestors, ensuring that we honor the wisdom and traditions that have been passed down through generations. Conclusion. Zoran, Dr. Gilbert, thank you for sharing these profound insights on plant medicines and alchemy. It is clear that by understanding and integrating these ancient practices, we can unlock the doors to profound spiritual experiences and inner transformation. Dr. Gilbert, it has been a pleasure. Zoran, remember, the journey to spiritual understanding is one of continuous learning and growth. By embracing the principles and practices of plant medicines and alchemy, we illuminate the path to our true selves.